Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Back on the Mustang again. We're gonna do the hood vents. Um, there's some templates that come with it. I got laid out on the car right now. I didn't finalize the center one yet because there's a little more measuring to that one. But the side ones, they pretty much go in one spot. You can't mess those up. I did not fully tape this one yet, just to show. It's got these little curves that follow the edge of this scoop here, and that's how they sit in there. They butt up to them. So I got this one all in position, and these are the lines you cut. So after I get this cut out, those should sit in there, and then we can probably move it around a little bit to get it final position and mark the holes and drill them and put the rivets in. This is supposed to be 15.5 inches from the front of the hood, so I will have to get some measurements from here. You can use the bump here in the center of the hood as your center, and you can mark your center here so you can get it right this way. You just have to get it right this way. And I would say measure from this side and this side back 15.5, and that should get you where you need to be. So I was able to get one done. I just have this taped right now so this aluminum dust doesn't get like in between. I don't know how well it would get in between, but just in case. Anyway, this is the 15.5 inches from the very front of the hood. And what I did was, there's these perforations here, and I drew a black line so I could see where I'm cutting better. And we're gonna cut this top layer off, and then we'll do the bottom second layer that's underneath as best we can and cut that out. I found using the mini sawzall works a lot better. So that's where we're at right now. So after you cut through the top layer, you'll be able to pry it off. It's kind of glued down a little bit underneath, but it will just pry off. And now I can cut this under the second layer here, and I can get some marks going with the cutting wheel, and then come back with the sawzall if I can't get certain spots. Okay, so I wanted to get these vinyl stripes on before I put the centerpiece in. So in the front, you could probably do this however you want. There's some relief cuts here. This is all going to be covered by the piece. I already have some centering holes. That's where I'm going to start. But this will cut out a little more, but I don't really care about this because the thing's going to cover that up. So the relief holes so that you can get these in there. These brackets like sandwich between the top skin and the bottom of the top skin. So you got to get clearance for those to fit. And then in the back, I had to make little notch outs. Just a little bit right there and here so I could get the back in. So I'm gonna slide the front forward, get it on there, and then I can slide it back, and then I can at least get the first couple of rivets in there to hold it, and then drill the rest as I go. So like I said, the front is gonna drop in. Hopefully I got enough clearance with this vinyl. Gotta get the other side dropped in. Normally it's the other one that just kind of goes up. And that's where it's gonna sit. So I can put the centering rivet in here, and probably the back one, and then I'm gonna work my way out. But there's longer rivets for this one and this one for those brackets underneath. So this tool here, the Milwaukee, where is it? 2550-20. This thing is awesome for this. But there's for this there's a rivet and a washer. So all you need, get the washer on the rivet and put it in the hole like that. Now get the back one, hit these, and we're good to go. I also use these holes to help center these stripes. I mean, this thing is great. Okay, I got about half of them in, but when you do this, you don't want to just drill all the holes at once because you don't want to have like a high spot. So you want to press it down. And now I'm just going to put one in, and I'm going to go along one at a time. Since this is the final side. You want to press it down as hard as you can. And I'm going to work my way back. But like, if you drill all the holes right away, when you go to put it down, it might have a high spot in the center because every time you crimp one or rivet one down, it gets, you know, it moves a little bit. And here's the final. And here's the final results. I gotta clean up this hood from all my arm prints and stuff, but it's all sitting nice and tight. It feels real rigid. So I'm pretty happy with that. All the measurements came out. Looks pretty good. Now I just got to finish up these stripes going down the front, but it's turning out just the way I wanted it. On the inside I can do some more trimming for some of the excess of the underskin. I will probably do that, but as of right now everything on the top is good. So that's all there is to it. It's really, the center with the 2018 is real easy to line up since there is a line running up the center of the hood and there's two center bolts on the piece, so it's very easy to center the template, and then from there it's pretty much cake. There's that center bump right there, and that runs all the way up. It was made it a lot easier to center these stripes too, actually. So That's a good thing. So yeah, having this hood like this now is really pushing me to think about the twin turbo setup, because they are going to sit literally right in front of those vents, and it's going to help get that heat out from under the hood. So I think this way I went about things is pretty good. So the next thing I got to do is take this thing out, run some E85 tests with it, see where we're at for this summer. That's where I'm going to leave it until wintertime. But yeah, that's all I got for today. So please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one.